Hi, I'm Movie Cat, and you are watching Fantastic Crap! It is now officially 2019, and I thought why not celebrate the new year by going backwards into old territory and revisiting an old friend. And by that I mean it's sequel time! And by old friend, I mean a hero. Who likes to force himself on women whenever the mood hits him in a world where wizards can give out magical sex changes at will. Yes, it's time to travel back to the very outdated world of Deathstalker and take a look at his second adventure. You may have noticed that I have not actually said the name of the number 2 behind it yet, and that is because I don't have to, and you will see why here in a minute. But first, let's start this epic quest by going back to a very familiar place. And by familiar place, I mean stock footage that was used in every single one of these movies. Deathstalker, now played by John Terlesky, whose Deathstalker is a bit different from the first one. He is no longer the big hulking raping brute, but this time is more of a roguish cad, more along the lines of Captain Jack Sparrow. We open up the movie with Deathstalker breaking into a castle to steal some treasure. He gets it, and a little sword fighting action scene starts with him escaping. Now during this, you may already have noticed a major tone shift from the first movie, but if you still have not quite figured it out yet, the movie suddenly lets you know exactly what kind of film you are about to sit through.
I'll have my revenge, and Deathstalker too.
See? This is why I did not have to say the title, because the movie does it for me. Wow, that is pretty ingenious, in a moronic kind of way. Now, can you imagine if other movies did this? Right when Princess Leia gives her message for Obi-Wan Kenobi to R2, she says, "Obi-Wan, your only hope." Then turns to the screen and says, "In the Star Wars." Then cut the opening credits crawl. Brilliant! Or, when Trinity escapes with the phone, Agent Smith turns to the camera and says she escaped back into the Matrix. Then title screen pops up. Phenomenal! Every movie should do this. Anyway, if you have not guessed yet, this movie is a lot more goofy and silly and does not take itself seriously at all, and is pretty much a parody of sword and sorcery fantasy films of the time. It's a lot of ridiculous fun and boosts an awesome musical score. The movie opens Rena the Seer being thrown out of a town.
Give me a break. How's an oracle supposed to make a living?
The king wants you off the castle grounds, now!
You can't treat me like this. I'm a princess.
Oh, wow. The acting is strong in this one. The soldiers try to have fun with her, but Deathstalker saves her and then goes into the local tavern. Remember how much the first film loved boobies? This one does too. Well, actually, this bit of footage you just saw, along with some of the others, were filmed and added to the movie shortly after filming was done, because producer Roger Corman felt that there was not enough boobies in his Deathstalker film. I'm getting a bit of deja vu here. Hey! This is reused footage from the first movie. That pigman is dead! The inevitable bar fight happens, and after a bit of a brawl, Deathstalker and Rena escape the town.
I'm Evie!
Deathstalker!
Deathstalker?
Uh-huh.
That's your first name or your last name?
How am I supposed to make fun of this movie when it is doing it itself, and doing a much better job than I am?
The all-seeing eye never lies.
And this is gonna get me into the legends.
Right up there with Conan.
Ho ho!
Now hold on right there, movie. You're getting a little too big for your britches. In about 30 years, no one will even know you exist, except for morons like me. That magical crystal ball of hers was in reality just a doorknob, and if you think that is funny, every single sword in this movie was really just made out of wood, and with metallic paint. That is the thing of low-budget productions. Creativity and innovation are the key, along with a lot of boobs, apparently. We then meet the film's villain, the evil sorcerer Jarek.
I created you from the original soul of the princess, an exact duplicate in all respects. Unfortunately, I haven't had time to work out the bugs.
The refreshing thing here is that he is actually a master swordsman who dabbles in sorcery. He has created a magical clone of Rena who is actually a princess and replaced her with the clone, but his little pet project is not yet finished and he must get the princess back in order to finish it. He sends an eye-patched henchman to get the princess and to stop Deathstalker, but Deathstalker kills all the henchman's thugs. The henchman then contacts Jarek to tell him about his failure. You know how most evil villains in these movies have crystal balls or cauldrons or something that they can use to spy on heroes or communicate with their lackeys? Well, Jarek has one too, but here he does something with his that I have never seen done before in a movie like this.
Come closer.
I'll kill that son of a bitch if it kills me.
You may rest assured that it will.
That was kind of awesome. Oh, and remember the woman who dropped the title bomb at the beginning? Well, her name is Sultana, and she has made a deal with Jarek to get her vengeance on Deathstalker. But meanwhile, Deathstalker and Rena entered a graveyard that doesn't have any real gravestones.
Where's your sense of adventure?
This isn't adventure. It's just damn scary.
Yeah, but when legend's told, I want people to think we face this bravely.
Really, movie? Are you even trying at this point? Deathstalker tries to explore a crypt, but it seems to be inhabited by something already.
Well, come on in. What are you waiting for?
It's a little known fact that wild boom mics like to make their nest in old crypts. It all ends up being a trap set by Jarek, and he introduces himself to Deathstalker via magical hologram thingy. And meanwhile, outside, zombies. 'Cause it's thriller night, and no one's gonna save you from the beast about to strike. You know it's thriller night. You're fighting for your life inside a killer thriller tonight. I would have used the actual song, making the joke actually effective, but sadly, copyright is a thing. Deathstalker very easily gets out of the trap to the villains, never checking the traps for flaws, and rescues Rena from the zombies. And then the movie decides to go elsewhere to other characters we have never seen before. Wait a minute, this music is very familiar. Where have I heard this music before? Oh, that's right. Shopping mall. Oh, God. That's the last thing Deathstalker needs. Killbots making sure everyone has a nice day. Oh, hey, look at that. Deathstalker did have to deal with the Deathbots. And it didn't go very well.
That'll soften him up for the princess.
That voice so did not come from those guys. Maybe the horses. So back to the evil queen clone. It seems that once her power starts to get low, that she has to suck the life force out of others to recharge. Well, I guess that's okay. I hear some guys pay for that sort of thing. Ow.
Come. I won't bite.
Hey, that is obviously not the same guy unless she also vastly ages him while murdering him. And plus, it seems that she has the power to turn her victims into foam. Meanwhile, back to Deathstalker and Rena, the two manage to get captured by the tribe of Amazons.
Rough crowd.
Hey, look, they have themselves a Volvo. That's a pretty advanced tribe of Amazons. The Amazons have heard of Deathstalker's womanizing ways, so they charge him guilty of crimes against womanhood and force him to fight their reigning champion.
This is a farce. I can beat any of these women with my hands tied behind my back.
That's the spirit. Come on, let's get going. Let's get in the ring.
Okay, I'm going. Stop shoving.
Wait, the Rocky theme? Well, it seems that this movie is doing the same sort of thing that the shows Hercules and Xena was well known for decades earlier.
You're looking good out there. Doing a good job.
Well, at least the movie is still taking itself seriously. Anyway, Deathstalker beats the champion and then him and the queen start to get to know one another better.
Together we could rule as far as the eyes can see. And the children of our loins could be masters of this kingdom for 100? No, for 1,000 years.
Whoop! Mood's ruined.
The ceremony traditionally is performed at daybreak.
Ceremony? What ceremony?
Our wedding ceremony.
And as usual, the romance is ended by marriage. Ow. The evil Sultana kidnaps Rena, and of course Deathstalker comes to her rescue, and they have a big sword fight. Wow, this is pretty awesome sword fighting music. Deathstalker beats Sultana and rescues Rena.
What's the matter?
Nothing. I just think there's a time and a place for everything.
Well, the top half of you may think it's the wrong time, but the bottom half definitely knows it's the right place.
She may not be the best actress, but her performance still manages to be really fun. Actually, this entire movie just seems to be highly enjoying itself. Sultana's body is brought back to Jarek, and he brings her back to life with rave powers. Deathstalker and Rena sneak into Jarek's castle, but is quickly captured and reunited with Sultana.
Good evening, Deathstalker.
Doesn't look too good from here.
Where's the little princess?
You don't expect me to talk.
Really, movie? Are you really about to?
No. I expect you to die.
If my arms could reach my face, I'd facepalm right now. Hey, you! Can I borrow your palm for a second? Deathstalker is saved from the guillotine by the princess clone who wants him for herself, and he is then saved from her by Rena, who are then both recaptured by Jarek, but then saved by the Amazons. I sense a pattern going on here. But anyway, then a big battle breaks out. Wait, what? When did Zeus join their party? Sultana then decides that the fight is too much, and for no other reason just leaves, and we never see her again. Seriously, she never returns, nor does she ever show up in the sequel or any of the spin-offs. I do not know what they were planning to do with her character, but it seems it never happened. Well, I do hear there is an alternate version of extra footage floating out around there, so I thought maybe that would hold some answers. But then after watching the commentary, nope. Who knows what happened to her character? Anyway, Rena and Deathstalker go into the castle in search of Jarek and the imposter princess. Any minute now, I am expecting to see the Three Stooges, the Marx Brothers, Laura and Hardy, or even maybe the Scooby Gang go running through these tunnels as well. Rena quickly makes short work out of her double, and then Deathstalker and Jarek have their climatic sword fight. This sword fight is friggin' great. Very well done, and you really should enjoy it as much as you can, because this is the last and pretty much only great climatic sword fight of the entire series. Trust me when I tell you that, because after this, we go to this. Oh, don't worry. We'll be getting to that, gem eventually. Prepare. The fight then ends with Jarek experiencing some nasty neck problems. Also, this bit was taken directly from the film Five Fingers of Death. It turns out that the actor who played Deathstalker, John Terleski, who also directed this scene, was a big fan of that film. But enough about that, because the battle is won, and then the crowd cheers on Deathstalker and Rena. Why is this crowd doing the same movements over and over? Is this a background crowd from a fighting game or something?
Round one, fight!
We then end with this.
So you really think our story's gonna make it into the legends?
Oh, more than that. 1,000 years from now, players will reenact all our exploits.
Really?
Oh, I remember when me and my D&D buddies played out this campaign. I played the Deathstalker role.
Well, I sure hope they get a good-looking guy to play me.
Well, wish granted, Deathstalker. Wish granted. Now. Then the movie ends. Well, the credits roll, which gives us bloopers.
I leave it on for 5 minutes. Look what happened. Ow! God damn it, that's hot.
Even the end credits to this movie are fun. And that wraps up Deathstalker 2, which in my opinion is the best entry of the entire series. Seriously, it has the best Deathstalker, the best story, the best villain, the best climatic final fight, just about the best of everything of the series. Plus, the goofball spoof-like comedic tone of the film just wraps it all up into a nice, spicy ball of B-movie goodness. I give Deathstalker 2 8 hairballs out of 10. This was a fun episode. I'm hoping everyone else really enjoyed this too, because then maybe it will make them forget a few things, such as the time it took for this episode to come out, plus the absence of the Christmas episode. Hey, why are you looking at me like that? It's not my fault. It was unforeseen events that we could not help. Seriously. Stop looking at me like that. Yeah, blame the host. It's always the cat's fault, isn't it? Listen, I'll make it up to you somehow. Sometime this year, we will do a very big special episode that will make up for it. It will be lots of fantastic. Promise. I don't know what it will be yet, but I'll think of something. Stop looking at me with those stares. Stop judging me. Anyway, Deathstalker beats the champion, and then him and the queen start to get to know each other. Okay. We open up the movie with Deathstalker, not oh, well, I just got demonetized. Deathstalker beats Sultina, and Sultina is like a Sultina crackers? Is that a new flavor? Deathstalker tries to explore a crypt, but it seems to be added a bit of well, I do hear there is an alternate version with extra I would have used the actual song, making the joke actually effective, but sadly, crappie. And that wraps up Deathstalker 2, which in my opinion is the best entry of the entire series. Seriously. And that wraps up I did it again! We are so double monetized!